Hello YouTube, Jar of Bricks here with a Lego mock. So this is my police station mock I've been making over the last couple of weeks. I used it making 2 sets of the modular that came out this year from Lego and a lot of 1x2 blue bricks and the dark tan tiles. Fortunately I was able to get the dark tan tiles and the blue bricks from the pick a brick wall back when we were allowed to go to the Lego shop and use the pick a brick wall before we were not allowed to go outdoors anymore. So it was fortunate I was able to get them. I think the colour works really well. So let me take you from the ground floor up, as it's pretty tall so I won't be able to do it all together. I've had to take the tip of the tower off, the communications tower off, so I'm able to get it on the table. So let me show you. Okay, so this is the ground floor, and I wanted to use the colour scheme that came with the official modular set. I did think it looked nice. They had these pieces hanging from the window and I thought it looked really nice. But they had very little in that colour, so I wanted to use more of that to have this main block going up. But I wanted it to be a modern building, not a old style building like the modular is. So I just have these dark blue sections going up the tower. I really like the bushes. Now, these are the tree pieces that came with the modular set. They're just interlocked. It's awkward to get them lined up and put on the plate, but you know, eventually you get there. It's just about position it correctly. I just thought it looks quite nice just as a little bush around the bottom, and give it a little bit of a variation in colour from the building colours. And yeah, I thought it looked really nice. Just got a little ventilation shaft here, because this is the lift, supposedly being the lift shaft. Back door. I wanted a bit of space there, just so in universe it'd be the cars that pull up to take the bad guys into the holding cell. And just around this side, just to extend the theme, how these tiles go all the way up. So let's have a look inside the ground floor. So moving through, you've got the main desk, and that desk is the main desk that you got with the modular set. Just put a clock on the wall behind it, and the holding cell is just behind the desk. Using the sticker that comes with one of the Batcave sets for the holding cell. I never used it in the Batcave, as I don't see why any Batman would ever take bad guys into his super secret hideout. So had 2 spare holding cell stickers, so utilised it there. And then inside, can you see inside? Have a look. The prison cell, you've just got a bed and a toilet. And then moving round, you've got the waiting room with the water next to the windows, and then the lift, which I've just made a different colour. It's not a functional lift, it's an imaginary lift, but I think it works nicely not having stairs, so it frees up a lot of space to make some stuff. And so yeah, that's it, that's the ground floor. So taking you to the first floor. So up the lift we go, and we come out on this floor where there's a police officer, just making sure that the only official people are allowed up this floor, because we have the evidence locker. In that chest there's some special gems and precious things in there. Weapons with fingerprints on that's going to be used in a court of law, and lots of confiscated money because of all of the donuts they've been selling illegally. And also I've just put a little play feature so that bad guys can nick the stuff. And this was, if you recall, the sticker that came with the Jurassic World something Manor Park or something like that. So I just utilised it there, and I've just put a little stud there because I haven't got one to hand at the moment, but let me just try and find something similar. So when you have the rope sections, the bad guys can just clip that on. I can't do it one-handed, bear with me. Yes, it is 3:45 here. So yeah, you can just climb up the side of the building and blow up the also you can put some little clips there and clip some dynamite to it, which will blow up this so the bad guys can get out. So just put a little bit of a play feature in it. You've got your prison cells there. Well, they're not prison cells, but there's prison cell bars, but they're just security doors in order to get into those areas. And here is the armory. When you say armory, you expect to have lots of weapons and things like that, but this is a British prison, I suppose, and our police don't have guns, so it's Lego, which is a toy. So instead of guns, you've got crowbars, you've got walkie-talkies, and you've got handcuffs. So yeah, that's the armory, and of course you need your TNT. Don't know why, but it felt appropriate to stick it in there. So yeah, that's the first floor. Let's go up the lift to the second. So up to the second floor, what do we have here? We have our interrogation chamber. We've got the one-way mirror on one side, and the recording stuff behind our perp as he's getting interviewed, and that's on the wall. Supposed to be a little bit of a security camera. Make sure bad cop doesn't come along and throw a chair at our guy. And then just on the other side of our one-way mirror, we've got a camera and some kind of police guy watching and taking notes. I forgot to say, on these ones I've started to put air conditioning unit on the outside of this one. I didn't put it on the ground floor, only the first, second, third, and just that's it, third. And just use the standard brown doors to get in, and that's it. That's our second floor. Let's go to the third. Our third floor, this is where our police officers do all of their investigating. So just got a load of desks there, and their badges on the wall to say that they're certified police officers. And of course you need to know the time. And then I don't know what they're called, evidence wall, incident wall, I don't know, whatever that's called. Because I bought two sets, I had two of everything, so I just made the whatever that thing's called a little bit bigger, put the two elastic bands on just to make it more complex, stuck some wanted signs on, put the Joker on, some evidence of his cards, DNA strands, because that's what the police collect, don't they, nowadays when a crime is committed. And yep, that's it. So there were guys, a lot more guys in there now, but now they're on the beat catching the bad guys that they've been investigating. So let's go to the roof. So here's our roof. So just put the police badge on the outside of the building with PD written. You can see it up close. I'm not sure if you can work out what that says from a distance, but that's what it is anyway. Continue the blue theme around the top, and we have the lift shaft here, which comes up, same colour doors as well behind the grey door when it closes, and another little doohickey, because doohickeys are cool. And then the communications tower, I suppose. Let me just get a better angle of that. It was a little bit bigger, this tower, communications tower that is, but I took it down as some were saying it looks a bit daft and a bit bulky, so it was about that much taller. It had a big black thing coming up here, and these things all the way around it are just those little clips, but I had bars in them all coming up, but just made it from a distance. You couldn't see any of the details from a distance actually, it just looked like a giant cone, so I've just simplified it all a little bit and taken that off. Hopefully it looks a little bit better. It can turn as well. You've got the little computer terminal at the bottom, and that's just two of them are stuck down, and two of them can open up like that on opposite sides, and then bits fall off on your hand, which is great when you're trying to do it one-handed. So yeah, I was quite pleased about this and the way it looked, and some people said it looks bulky and ugly, but I think it looks quite cool. I based it on the towers that they had in the Spider-Man computer game on the PS4. I thought it looked really cool, so I wanted to have something similar. And if you look at a YouTuber called Steve Pulder, he's got a similar style police station mock using different colours and slightly different, but he did one of these towers and I just thought it looked really cool, so I just made my own version. But check his out if you want to see a slightly different variation of the same thing. And I will put the roof on now and you can see it in the city. Okay, so there she is in her full glory. I like the size of it, not too big, not too small, but stands out above the rest. This side of the city, should I say, I have got the space to have taller buildings as opposed to over on that side where the roof gets in the way. So I wanted to have something a little bit taller, and you've got the city gardens height comparison there, so you can just see how tall it actually is. I think it looks really nice where it is, and I wanted it to, I didn't want it to be a corner modular or the middle section modular, I just wanted it to be a standalone. So that's why, although I've put it on a 32 by 32 base plate, it could go anywhere. It could go in a corner, could go in between two corners, and it would still look okay. Obviously, as long as it doesn't hit the roof, that's fine. So yeah, really pleased with the way it looks. Let me just show you from a few different locations. Finally from the other side. So I was really pleased with the way that this building turned out. I wanted to do it for a while. I was going to build this just before the release of the modular, so I just thought I'd hang fire, as I knew some cool bits would come from that so I could put in it, which I did. And so that's my Lego police station mock. So let me know what you think of it, if you liked it, if you didn't. Let me know if you've got any ideas to improve it. And also on that communications tower at the top, is it good? Is it bad? Is it ugly? Is it grand? Let me know. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do, and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, as those things actually really help the city develop, or should I say the channel develop, which develops the city. So I was right the first time. Anyway, thank you again and goodbye.